Team Light, here to do a star blossom reading for all my star seeds, now star blossoms. Welcome everybody. We already have cards flying out, so enjoy your listening music, guys. Queen Latifah, UNITY. For all my fans of throwback hip-hop. What up, everybody coming in the room? What up, Tunbrick? What up, Emerald Pyramids? What up, Awakening, Ascension, Healing? Bear with me while I shuffle for just a moment, guys. Love the music. I know, me too, man. Thank you. I feel like, you know, when you have a theme of life or the current energies in your head and then a song pops in, I was like, yes. That's how I pick my shuffling music every day. All right, so we have a lot coming out, guys, but let's see. Okay, so I'm already feeling this reading is for a very specific group. If it does not resonate, it's just not for you. Please don't force it, because this is really for a specific group. If you would like to book a solo reading, you can always just click the link in my bio, but here we go, for those of you that this reading is for. Your base card, guys, is the Ace of Pentacles. It's about a new beginning with work, something you've been working on, projects. There is a path that I believe you have found, but the Tower card is affecting it. So you're going to have a bit of a shakeup before this actually is something that you're embracing. For many of you, I feel like it has to do with you. The word denial is coming in. It's like, maybe you had a vision that you expected and this looks different because you've been working on it. You've been working on creating this new beginning, but there's got to be some shakeups. There's got to be something you were missing. Now, the King of Pentacles is affecting this entire reading. So rest assured, even if this is a Tower moment for you, you're still coming into, you know, the fruits of your labor, your fruition of everything that you really wanted. It's just looking so much different than you thought. And it's going to come like, with some painful moments, I want to say. There's betrayal involved. I think that maybe you're working on a project with other people and it's just falling through, or you were counting on something and it's fell through for you, and it actually is something that you took rather personally. Rest assured, like, yeah, it is, because you thought that they were going to come through and kind of like hook you up in a certain way, and it's just not, it's not showing up. This card was in reverse. Don't worry, you are going to come full circle. It's just with so much resistance. Whoever this reading is for, there's great resistance, there's denial, there's some kind of blockage, and I think you're not totally aware of it because you're too much into the betrayal right now. You're too much into the disappointment of this person not coming through, this lack of balance. I do think that you have the potential to, you know, come full circle, even though right now in the reading it looks like you might not feel that way, you might not see it that way. Okay, King of Cups is also here coming up the line for you. So the more that you move into a flow state, guys, the more balance you're going to create for yourself, even though you don't feel, right now you're feeling like something is unjust, something is unfair, that there's something that should have happened by now and it just didn't. And then you have this Tower moment and this betrayal on top of it. So it's, you're feeling, I mean, some of you might be feeling pretty negative, to be totally honest with you. You're fighting off your intuition at this point because I think you were trusting it and you're feeling like it led you to the wrong way. That's not the case though. We have to trust that even when we have obstacles or disappointment, it's the universe protecting us. Remember, the universe is conspiring for us, not against us. So when you keep that in mind and when you truly believe that and when you embody that, thank you for the hearts coming in, you're going to know that, like, dude, I thought this was the right move for me and now I'm finding out it's not. Especially if you were in a place where you were going to collaborate, which I think many of you were. There's something about working with another person or a team or, I don't know, it really feels like it might have even been a friend, you know, or someone you thought was a friend, and you're just like, nah, like I got it all wrong. I got it all wrong. So maybe you didn't change, but maybe they did. And now it's no longer a fit. Please don't force it. Don't force it. And if you feel like you're fighting off other people or these thoughts that are coming in, just know that, don't worry, you're going to have new choices coming up. So this is the outcome card. Don't force this reading. It's for certain people for sure. Also, don't force, for those of us it's for, don't force the situation that you had in mind. It's not going to work out if you do. Be open to the new choices instead. And that is how you'll step into the full circle of this. That is how you'll not only receive the lesson that is meant to come out of this cycle, but you'll also, yeah, look, this came out again. Yeah, so some of you are fucking feeling it, right? I don't know where this betrayal is coming from. Like I can feel it. It like hurts your heart. It like really hurts your heart. You have a different following though. You have something else you're going to lead. And maybe that what you were doing is just practice or, you know, of course, a lesson that's going to, you know, kind of polish your character for how you're supposed to show up as a leader. I think maybe some of you were just humbled too. Yeah, and it's going to happen very quickly. I advise you to just set the intention that, like, I am open to new beginnings that serve my highest good. I am releasing, you know, all of the people and feelings of the past that no longer serve. I am open to leading in the highest way possible. You know, it's going to happen pretty quickly and it is going to come through with new inspiration. I'm sorry that whatever it was didn't work out the way you thought it would. It happens to the best of us. I mean, this is why we're very flexible and we adapt. I mean, I know personally, guys, I do that all the time. And, you know, I'm always going to come through with my truth. And if my truth changes, I'm not going to act like it didn't, right? So maybe your truth has changed. You're going to create a new foundation, though, remember, that is going to bring forth the fruits of your labor. So don't focus on all the negative energy that you're really, really feeling right now with both of these Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is like you thought you were completed with that 10. You thought you had your truth aligned with those swords. You thought it was authentic. And then it just kind of stabbed you in the back. It just betrayed you. It just turned out to be unexpected, not what you thought. Let me just hang tight while I pull some more clarification. Yes, Emerald Pyramid says better to find out early than later. Exactly. What up, Sharon? Welcome. Okay, look, so we have the Ace of Pentacles again. So Spirit really does, sorry, the dogs. Come here. This dog is too freaking cute. Wait, you have to see him. Come here. Come on. Look at the babes. Oh, say hi. Say hi. I love this dog. Okay, so do you want to do some readings with us? So the Ace of Pentacles, guys, came out twice again. So Spirit is really trying to say, despite the betrayal, despite the change that you weren't expecting, despite the fact that, like, you kind of feel like, F out of here, you know what I mean? Here, baby, just go right here. Focus on the new, you know, the new choices that are going to be coming up. Guys, look, Justice card also came out again. So you might feel like this is an injustice, to your soul. I like feel it in my heart. Like someone's heart hurts. Just guys, just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. What up, Jenners? Oh, really? Sharon says her baby is barking back. I know the dogs, man. The dogs be knowing. They're like, who is that? So funny. Okay, let's pull some oracle and see if we can get any other messages to clarify this for those of you that this reading is for. I'm feeling like whoever this reading is for, like, it feels like you can't see past this right now. That's why your affirmations and your intentions that you set are going to be really helpful and really important, to be honest with you. If you're staying in that negative mindset or that disappointing energy, it's just going to take you longer to get out of the cycle and to really, again, the King of Cups was there. It's about flowing with your foundation. You can have the base of your foundation, but if you're not flexible, remember, the people that are succeeding right now are the people that are flexible, the people that adapt to change, the people that initiate change, the people that look around and say, I don't have to fit into those boxes. I'm creating my own. So keep creating your own. Sovereignty is necessary on every level at this point. And yes, unity and collaboration is part of it, but not until it's ready. And I think that some people are learning that, it's just not ready yet. Look, shapeshifters. This is about your flexibility, guys. Shapeshifting is not just reserved for the freaking reptiles when you see their eyes move all funny. Shapeshifting also has to do with just shapeshifting with the landscape around you. Okay, think of chameleon energy. You know when to stand out and when to blend in for your safety, okay, for your protection. Shapeshifting is also about this was popular like in Atlantis, like a lot of people would shapeshift, well, beings, I should say, would shapeshift their energy in order to complete certain tasks. Okay, and it had a lot to do with magic. It had a lot to do with alchemy. But they would shapeshift, for example, maybe from like a mermaid into something that, could walk on land, for obvious reasons. And it always was for safety. Obviously, if they had to go hide, shapeshifting into a mermaid would make sense because you can just go under the water. But for other reasons, you might want to be on land. If you're shapeshifting in this cycle that you're in, guys, you're going to be successful because you're creating new forms. You're creating new versions of yourself, if you will. You're not sticking to one single possibility or one single outcome. You already, guys, this is why, when you know the things that you want, the things that align with your character, for example, you might want to work internationally. You might want to share your voice. You might want to inspire people. Once you know the traits, that's when you find out the way in which you're going to do it. But if you do it the other way around and say, I'm going to be a famous YouTuber, that's the silly way to do it. You don't pick the actual specific pigeonholed outcome. You pick the traits in which you want to see in that outcome and then allow it to come to form the way the universe conspires for you. Does that make sense? Because the same person that wants to have an international audience, inspire people, and use their voice, it could be on YouTube, but maybe you have master classes. Maybe you have an interview with someone that, it inspires others. Maybe you write a book. You see what I mean? So don't, it's almost like working backwards. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself though. And I think maybe that's what some of you guys did. Oh wow, look, Circle of Life is here. Guys, I'm sorry for the commercial break, but this card, I feel like I just have to tell you something about it. So I've been working with the energy at the Superstition Mountains in Arizona. I will not give details of all of the pieces, but there is something I discovered in the wilderness of the Superstition Mountains. First of all, there's a lot of energy in the Superstition Mountains that has to do with ancient civilizations, and there's something there. It's like this, not really, it doesn't have the middle parts, but it's called circle stone. Look it up. It's 144 feet in diameter, and it is said that, well, of course it's a portal, but it's said that the inner earth beings have come through that, and it's actually related to some Hopi, very sacred, very, very hard to find, as a matter of fact, on the internet, information about their coming to being too. And working with this energy is very interesting because, I'm always where are the fact checkers on this one? You can find stuff, but you get more from actually being in the presence of the energy, if that makes sense. And I've just been learning all kinds of stuff from this area, low key, some of it is actually frightening. You're just it's scary. And during the gold rush, a lot of people came to this area, the Superstition Mountains and whatever, Goldfield and everything, to find gold. And that really offended the Apaches, right? So there's something about these black hands that I learned about. And basically, if you are going in there with the intention of taking any minerals, including gold, crystals, whatever, you might have a hand reach on your arm, or apparently, I didn't see any myself, but apparently there's black hands, prints, almost petroglyphs on some of the areas. And that's your warning, get your shit and get the F out of here. Isn't that crazy? And that's awesome. But it's also I know that there was, unfortunately, a great number of, fatalities, we'll call it there, massacres, really. All this stuff with the Native Americans and these massacres, it has me reflecting how the level of insanity that has happened on this land, and why like respecting Gaia and helping to like heal this, like, not just this land, but you know, this long line that like humans have just done everything like so. I wouldn't have done it that way. I know you wouldn't have either. Anyway, let me get back to the cards. I just had to share that because this circle stone thing has me like tripping out here. Anyway, circle of life. So we know what that means too. This cycle that you're moving through, guys, even if it feels like a tower moment, betrayal, you have the fruits of your labor coming in, and it is just the circle of life. You are going to have to leave some things behind. Oh, I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe some of you are working with some 3D people and now you're realizing you can't. That's happening for a lot of people right now. Because you thought you could at least do it on a business level or a level that wasn't totally personal, but you're finding out you can't. The gap is too wide now. Thanks for all the hearts coming in. What up, Angie? What up, I'm the Beast? Okay, let's pull some more oracle. Sorry for that commercial break. It was like kind of like not at all on task or on topic, but it's just really real, man. This stuff is really, it's so strong. It's especially, you know, like many of us are empaths, and that's where it's a gift because you can sense the energy. But also it does hurt the heart because you're like, man, all this stuff happened here. Like, it's crazy. All right, so I'm just pulling from, what's this one called? Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Yeah, the River Queen, flow, letting go, natural movement. There's our mermaid shapeshifter. And she has the spiral in her hair, okay? Guys, remember that we're working with the spiral. We've learned through our own healing that like it's not a straight line path. It's like a zigzag. Like it's almost like you make 10 steps forward and then you feel like you're going back. But really that's not what it is when we think about the spiral of life. It's kind of like we're just spiraling. And we can hit instead of like zigzag, what if you're spiraling up, spiraling outward, and you're connecting in a new way, not just to the elements, but the universe at hand and all the energies that are supporting you. When you're flowing, when you're letting go, when you're embracing water energy, okay, the same way that the King of Cups wants you to do. Remember, the King of Cups wants you to have this foundation, but in a very flexible way, the same way the Shapeshifter card does. So it's just about flowing. If you are making plans right now, I encourage you not to be rigid with them because things are changing by the moment, okay? You are changing by the moment. So it's really silly to be rigid with that. I just had this card fly out, but it's just like an about the author card. Jenna Della Gratteglia. She's from Northern California. She's the illustrator of this deck. What up, Healing Chaos? Yes, circles, not angles. Thank you, Ton Brick. That also reminds me of like buildings, right? I can't stand how we have all of our buildings. It's so hard to find like a circular shaped building. Energy gets trapped in right angles, and then we wonder why. Like, it's so much better to have circular or dome-shaped buildings. There we go. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details, and number 9. Okay, so yeah, guys, scrutiny can be a positive. Because if you're using discernment, like some people get in this state where they're flowing and it's great, but they're almost like la la land. Like it's like, dude, some things you got to open your eyes for and know like this is for you, this is not for you, or it's not worth taking a chance on. When you have scrutiny that serves you, you're using discernment in a way that you're like, bro, that resonates, but maybe I'm going to sit with it. Or yes, that's good advice, but I still want to go within. Or, hey, it seems like this is what everyone else is doing, but it doesn't feel right to me. So using discernment will always, always, always lead you to the best route. Now, if you have a clear vision and you're working out details of that vision, I mean, that's great. But again, you want to really be sure that you're headed towards the completion that is most aligned for you. Yeah, this reading is really specific for some people. Like, I think some of you are just like, maybe you're in la la land a little bit, and that's why that betrayal happened. Like, You're just, oh my God, look who's on the bottom of the deck. Talk about the spiral, guys. The spiral dancer. Okay, taking a circle route and having a certain perception. All right, and she's creating this beautiful spiral with light. All right. Guys, I hope that helps. We have so many, I mean, look at so much of this is really like spiral, circle. You have the River Queen with the shape-shifting and the flowing, okay? So just keep these messages in mind that it is going to work out. I think you will come full circle. I think some of you, this reading is going to be like, damn, I fucking know it. And I'm so happy that she just said this because even you were in denial that the betrayal was happening. And it hurts and it sucks. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Take care.